Listen to that sound. That is not a soundtrack. That is the real radio emission of Saturn screaming into the void. For centuries, we saw Saturn as a jewel, the jewel of the solar system, a golden giant wrapped in a halo of light, floating peacefully in the darkness. We called it beautiful. But beauty can be the ultimate trap. Saturn is not peaceful. It is a violent colossus, a massive ball of hydrogen and helium spinning so fast that it flattens itself into the shape of a pumpkin. A world of impossible storms, of hexagon-shaped nightmares, and of gravity so cruel it can rip entire moons apart. Welcome to the Lord of Chaos, the crown of destruction. Let's start with Saturn's crown, its rings. From Earth, they look like perfect bands of gold, smooth, elegant, eternal. But if you could fly through them, you would discover something terrifying. The rings are not solid. They are a chaotic blizzard of razor-sharp ice and rock. Some pieces are the size of grains of sand. Others are the size of mountains. They race around Saturn at thousands of kilometers per hour, constantly colliding, shattering, and reforming. Imagine a storm of icy shrapnel stretching nearly 300,000 kilometers wide, yet unbelievably thin. Some places the rings are only 10 meters thick, a cosmic blade slicing through the darkness. But where did these rings come from? Possibly a murder? Scientists believe that long ago, a moon wandered too close to Saturn. It crossed a deadly boundary known as the Roche limit. At that point, Saturn's gravity became unstoppable. The planet tore the moon apart, shredding it into trillions of icy fragments. Those fragments never escaped. They became Saturn's rings. The beautiful halo we admire today may actually be the remains of a destroyed world. Saturn is wearing the debris of a dead moon like jewelry. Now look at the North Pole. Nature almost never creates perfect geometric shapes. Yet on Saturn, there is something impossible. A perfectly shaped six-sided hurricane known as the Saturn hexagon. Each side of this hexagon is longer than the diameter of Earth. Inside it spins a massive vortex, a deep red storm. It has been raging for decades, possibly centuries. An unblinking eye staring into the darkness of space. Sometimes Saturn gets even more violent. Every 30 Earth years, a monstrous storm erupts. Scientists call it the Great White Spot. This storm grows so large it wraps around the entire planet. Lightning flashes inside it that are 10,000 times stronger than lightning on Earth. Clouds of frozen ammonia explode upward, turning Saturn's golden atmosphere ghostly white. Beneath the calm clouds lies a chaotic engine. The strange kingdom of moons. Saturn rules over an empire of more than 140 moons. One of them is especially strange. Titan. Titan is the only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere, even thicker than Earth's. If you stood there, you would see rivers and rain. But it is a toxic mirror world. The rain is not water. It is liquid methane and ethane, natural gas falling from the sky. The temperature is about 179 degrees Celsius. Jump into a lake there and you wouldn't just freeze. Your body would become as brittle as glass. Farther out is a small, bright moon called Enceladus. For years, scientists thought it was just a frozen rock. But then something incredible was discovered. Enceladus is bleeding into space. Huge geysers erupt from cracks at its south pole. Beneath its icy shell lies a hidden ocean of liquid water, deep beneath the ice. Something could be swimming. To uncover Saturn's secrets, humanity sent a robotic explorer, Cassini-Huygens. For 13 years, Cassini orbited Saturn. But in 2017, the spacecraft ran out of fuel. Cassini would sacrifice itself. The spacecraft dove into Saturn's atmosphere, transmitting data until the very last second. Then the heat and pressure destroyed it. Cassini melted, vaporized, and became part of Saturn forever. Saturn may look eternal, but it is not. Even its rings are disappearing. Gravity is slowly pulling them down. In about 100 million years, Saturn's rings will vanish. The most beautiful planet in our sky will lose its crown, so look at Saturn while you can. It is a temporary masterpiece of gravity, chaos, and destruction. A beautiful trap that lured humanity across the solar system, only to remind us how small we really are. Saturn may be the most beautiful object in the sky. But remember, beauty can be deadly.